Welcome to our home, and it's March now, and spring is coming wherever you live. I remember we both grew up on the East Coast, and it seemed like spring took a really long time.
And remember my favorite flower, the forsythias.
Yeah,
The yellow.
and the crocuses and the tulips and. Well, anyway, welcome to March and welcome to our home. So I have an interesting story today, and this actually takes place, like 42 years ago, I think. Anyway, long time ago. Remember, we're both trained in medicine, not in writing. But we wrote our first book, The Shared Heart, and we went through a lot with it. And one of our teachers at the time, Ram Dass, edited the whole book for us, gave us suggestions, and
Wrote the forward.
Yeah. And then at the very end, because we couldn't find a publisher, they said it was not really marketable. We proved them wrong, by the way, but. He gave us his entire mailing list, which was 6,000 people. And also Pir Vilayat, who was the head of the Sufi order, he gave us his entire...
also 6,000.
Yeah, 6,000. It was 12,000 people, and that was to be our start. And we were going to send out flyers. We'd never really done a flyer before, and Barry just put a lot of time into the flyer. This is before we didn't even have a computer then, did we?
Before computers, before email, before everything.
Yeah, before
it was snail mail.
Yeah. So and he did a beautiful job. And it was right before Thanksgiving. And I believe it was the night before Thanksgiving, we had a group of friends come over to our house. And the purpose was to focus on Thanksgiving. And especially to be grateful for those things in our life that are difficult. And everyone went around and shared the things that are difficult in their life that they're endeavoring to feel thankful for, even though they don't understand. So it was a very, very meaningful, deep evening. And at the end, Barry brought out the flyers.
But hadn't they already gone to the post office?
Yes.
Yeah, so they already were just at the post office that day.
Yeah, we had taken them to the post office.
12,000.
Anyway, Barry brought out, of course we had extra ones, and he brought them out to give to everyone. And everyone was, so thrilled, and we said a prayer over them. And then our friend Nancy really studied the flyer, and in this quiet, sweet voice, she said, "There's no price." And we're like, yes, of course there's a price. Barry grabbed the flyer and he's looking and looking, and everyone else is looking and looking. There was no price.
There was an order form on the flyer, but no price for the book.
And our hearts...
Which, by the way, was like $9.95 or something, really, in those days, right?
Our hearts just sank. What good is a flyer if you don't even have the price of the book on, and how does that make us look like these really flaky people? So because the evening had been about giving thanks in difficult situations, even when you don't understand, to give thanks that good is going to come out of the situation. And so because we had focused the whole evening, we had to do this ourselves. And we didn't sleep very much that night. And we truly did focus on being grateful, knowing that there was some good that would come out of this. And we realized that we had to send out not another flyer, but a postcard that would state the price. So we
apologize, right?
So we created another a postcard, and we told people that in our excitement and enthusiasm, we had neglected the price, and that we had sat in gratitude, believing that good would come out of this. So 12,000 postcards went out, and we didn't have a lot of money in those days, and this took it took every penny that we had to do a whole other mailing to 12,000 people. And then we sat back and wait, and the responses were amazing. Like one response was, "Thank you for your priceless flyer. I love the fact that you forgot the price, and that made me realize that your hearts are in the right place." And someone else said, I threw away the flyer right away. It just looked like so many other things that I get. But when I got the postcard, that's what really motivated me to get your book. I just felt your energy, and it went on and on. And from the 12,000, we sold, we had printed 5,000 copies of our book. We sold them all within like two weeks. They just went, which is unheard of in the publishing world, and really unheard of for a self-published book. And of course it went on and on, and that book became a bestseller. And I really feel it's because of the start. It's because the price was neglected. We had to humble ourselves and do the postcard, and really truly good came out of what seemed like an almost impossible, very difficult situation. And so, I mean, we just feel so grateful every day for that book, because it started us on our everything that we've been doing, our workshops and the 9 other books, and it just was the beginning. It opened the door for all that we do. So the lesson today is, well, it's pretty obvious, is really to give thanks in difficult situations, even though you can't even imagine that good could possibly come out of a situation. When we my third pregnancy and the baby died at 6 months, I was devastated, and yet I was reminded of this principle to give thanks in all situations, and I sincerely tried to do that, feeling that good would come out of this situation, even though I was in so much pain and grief. And a lot of spiritual opening came to me. That was one amazing gift. But another gift was that our son came about a year and a half after that. And that was, of course, a true divine blessing. So giving thanks, even when you don't feel it, even when you can't even imagine, giving thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
You're enthusiastic about that story.
Yes, but yes, giving thanks in difficult situations. But the story about the flyer, it's about making a mistake that you think is a big mistake, and then understanding later that some gift happens from your mistake. So it's like we feel this. We feel that I was guided to somehow omit the price on that flyer. I was guided to do that. And I felt horrible when I found out that I made such a mistake that cost us so much money, everything we had actually, to send out that card. And yet look at how the mistake was used to our advantage. And that's so often the case. If you could actually remember and look back on some of the mistakes you've made and what blessing has come to you. We're challenging you to feel that. And when you do make a mistake, now or in the future, to actually have this seed thought that, okay, what good is going to come from this? And it'll save you from beating up on yourself or being down on yourself.
That's beautiful, Barry.
Okay. So I wrote another new song that I hope you like. This path for so many years. These trees have freed me from so many fears. My steps make way into the mystery of life. I've touched the heart of love, and all is right. In peace, I long to be in peace. Awake, I long to be awake. In love, I long to be in love with you, I long to be with you. This path for so many years. These trees have freed me from so many fears. My steps make way into the mystery of life. I've touched the heart of love, and all is right. In peace, I long to be in peace. Awake, I long to be awake. In love, I long to be in love with you, I long to be with you. Okay, so close your eyes and feel your own longing to be in peace, to be awake, to be in love, to be together with those you love, and to be together with the Divine Spirit. And then open to this awareness that some of the biggest mistakes you've made have also brought you some of the biggest blessings and some of the biggest growth and openness. Openness. All right. Thank you. You can open your eyes. And for me right now, opening my eyes is a unique experience because I had cataract surgery 2 days ago and I'm seeing really clearly.
It's look at the camera, Barry.
I know.
It's this eye.
It's
It's amazing. All right.
I can see.
Well, there's so much to be grateful for. And I know it's not Thanksgiving time, but this practice of Thanksgiving can be so powerful at any time of the year. All right. Well,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for watching.
All right. Bye-bye.